All right, guys. So once again, it's time to welcome you to Mass Debater.
Woo! All right.
And in this game, our mass debaters will be given a topic unknown to them only moments before mass debating.
That's right, sir.
So neither mass debater knows anything about the topic, and we will have 3 rounds in opening questions, where our 2 mass debaters will pose questions to each other, and then their closing arguments.
That's right, buddy. You're going down, pal. You're going down.
We shall see.
All right, we're gonna roll to go first, and our mass debater with the highest roll will get to pick between either choosing time or stance.
Nice.
So if you choose the time, you're choosing either whether you want to go first or last, and if you choose stance, you're choosing the stance. So there you go.
Choosing the stance. And reminder, we don't know what the hell we're debating at all. Let alone, we don't know the topic, let alone what stance to take.
Totally blind.
So,
just walking into a room and someone's flipping on a light switch and saying go. So
That's true.
That's true. All right. So you want to do the honors first? Here, you do.
Oh, no, reigning champion.
Okay.
Go for it.
All right.
yeah.
Here we go, y'all. 6.
Average.
Mediocre. Yeah.
That is
Ugh.
exactly the same thing I rolled
I know, it's
first
bad
last
luck.
time.
That's what it is. It's an omen. It's a sign. I
Daddy
can't say
needs
that. I'm going to whoop you.
I got 5.
5.
Ooh.
Ooh. And I beat by 1 again. That's a good omen. See?
That now sets the lowest score thus far rolled as a 5, displacing 6.
Story of my life.
We're pretty heavy rollers over here.
All right, sir. So are you going to choose time or stance, Mr. Winner Chicken Dinner?
I will pick time.
All right. So you going to go first or last?
I'm going to go last.
All right. So that means for you, Kirk, you get to pick between over or under.
Oh.
Over or under?
Over, under.
I bet. Here's what I'm going to tell you is I already know what your topic is.
Do you?
What?
Yeah.
How do you know? What did you cheating, motherfucker?
No, I know what kind of
You know
nonsensical thing this is. No, not just him, but I know the question.
He's looked into it. He's a researcher of masturbator. Of course he would know this. He
No,
masturbates
this is
all
a
the
famous
time.
one. This is a famous one. So I'm going to say over.
Going over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he's really confident. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you guys heard it in his voice,
Yeah.
but if you saw his face right now, he's got this real confident nod.
He does. He's
just like-
he's very pleased with
His
himself
hand
right
is
now.
in the air.
His hands are
he's
just
like
kind of, yeah.
He's holding his hand, kind of, just not like his whole thing, but like
He
resting
looks
his
very
elbow
much
on
like
his thing.
he looks very much like a
"I've got
Bond
this.
villain that
I've
just
got-"
spun
yeah,
his
like
chair
he needs
around.
a pipe, right? He needs to put a pipe in his mouth. That's
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's how confident he is in that over. I should be scared, but I'm not.
Oh, fair enough.
So,
All right.
there.
All right.
So now we come to the actual revealing of the topic itself. One of us, I think, feels he's already guessed it. So this week for Mass Debater, we are debating whether the toilet paper should be hung so that it rolls over the roll or under the roll.
Okay, I have a quick question just to decide. Over meaning like you
Think of
pull
it this
from
way:
the
you
top.
pull it
Waterfall.
towards. Another way to look
Okay.
at it is you pull
That's
it
all
towards
I need.
you.
Waterfall, versus reverse waterfall.
Exactly.
Right.
Towards or away was actually the.
Like where I got to reach under the whole thing. Here, don't worry.
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
get to that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so we're going to start off with an opening statement. Craig, having won the role, has elected to go last, so that means Kirk. Your opening statement, sir. Let me get my stopwatch set up here. Where'd my fucking phone go? There we go. All right. So we're doing
See,
90
this is bullshit.
seconds.
You should have had this already set up. He's getting more time to figure this stuff out. The idea is that I get to fucking have the time advantage.
If you can stop bitching, we can start.
All right, let's do it.
All right, here we go.
All right, Kirk. 90 seconds starting now.
All right, so here's the way I see it. This one's an easy one. It's all about line of sight. It's all about being able to visually see where the start of your perforation is. If it's tucked back behind the roll, I mean, you got to go searching. You got to go feeling. And I don't need, in the heat of the moment, to be reaching for another couple centimeters to a couple inches, whatever it is. I don't need that extra bit. I I need the power move. I need to be able to see what I'm doing, what I'm grabbing, and I need to be able to just go for it. And I don't feel like you're going to get that if where the toilet paper is hanging is out of sight and out of reach, where you got to, it's all, I don't have a fucking sixth sense for toilet paper here. I don't want to have to fucking employ like trigonometry to get the goddamn toilet paper off the roll. If it hangs in the front, it just makes fucking sense. You can't argue common sense. Good luck.
Is that you giving up the balance of your time?
No, I'll keep going. Listen. It's also got a pleasing waterfall effect, like I brought up earlier. When you're on the John, you want that sense of serenity. So a waterfall is going to fucking do that for you.
You got 6 seconds.
I love you all. I hope you see it my way.
We'll call that time. All right.
Oh,
so that's Kirk's opening arguments. Mass Debater Kraig, are you prepared to...
I'm ready.
Time starts now.
First of all, I don't know if you guys... I know you guys enjoyed hearing his story, but he did this little fondling motion with his hand like he was fondling balls when depicting pulling the paper from thing. I don't know how this guy gets his toilet paper, but really, it's not... You don't have to... It's not tucked behind it. There's this thing called gravity. Gravity takes over, and all you got to do is like unroll it a little, and it just falls down like a waterfall, but behind something like a mysterious waterfall. Not only that, though, it's like here's the thing that's brilliant about doing the under. You go over, you got to do two hands. You really do. It's really hard to not do two hands. You got to put one hand on top and brace, and then you got to tear with the other hand. And that's how you separate, you get your sheets of paper. But when you're under, folks, you can do it one-handed. Try this. I'm telling you, at home, try this. You can pull it one-handed, and because you have the leverage of the roll above you instead of, you being on top of the roll. You want to be below the roll. That way you can get that leverage. It's a wonderful fucking thing. And it's very important, especially in today's world when we all sit on the can with our fucking cell phones. Everyone is looking at their cell phones while they're on the shitter. What are you going to do with that? You know what I mean? What are you going to do with that cell phone? You can't do nothing with it.
Saucy.
Very saucy. All right, so that was our first round.
I just cracked my knuckles in the mic because I was that confident after that shit. Suck it.
So that's our...
That was his ankle breaking, trying to run away.
That was a good one. I'll give you that.
All right, so that was round one. Now we're going to move on to round two, which is our question segment. Each of our mass debaters will be given 2.5 minutes to ask pointed questions to their opposing mass debater. And then our opposing mass debater will give concise answers of no more than 3 or 4 sentences to those questions. Kraig, since you went last in the opening, you're going to be the first one to get questions. So, Kirk, I'm going to start your 2.5 minutes.
Bring him, big boy. What you got?
And begin, sir.
All right. Let me ask you, Kraig, how much can you lift, bud? I'm just wondering about your upper body strength.
250 easy.
I just want everybody to picture this guy. He's just trying to, use the bathroom like a normal person, and he goes to rip off the toilet paper, and he has to use 2 hands. This guy's like Trump drinking a fucking glass of water. I just want you to picture it. He's steadying the roll. I can't get it without steadying the roll.
All right. So is there more questions coming? This is questions, not expository.
My question is, how do you live with yourself?
I live with myself with pristine rhythm, beauty, and precise ability to tear the toilet paper.
That's 4 sentences.
As long as you got 2 hands, I guess.
That was one sentence. That was a run-on.
Now let me ask you. Would you feel as confident if, say, you were holding a bowl of chips in the other hand? Do you still think you could get that toilet paper off there by yourself, bud?
Yeah, I think I could.
All right.
I could.
Where we at?
You got 60 seconds.
60? Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, let me ask you. What if nobody else is home to come in and help you get the toilet paper? What's your next plan?
I can do it plenty by myself. It's no problem. I can load it up by myself. I ain't got one thing, or it's like just slides in one-handed.
Well, then I guess my only other question is, why would you go against common sense? And since you're a big boy and doing it yourself, it sounds like, why would you put the roll on backwards? Why would you go against the grain of nature?
Not backwards.
Is that your last question?
Sure, yeah, I'll yield my time.
All right. Reset this. All right, Kraig. That was pretty interesting line of questioning. I'll give you that.
Yeah, that one threw me off. I don't even know what the fuck I'm gonna ask him. Okay, all right.
Well, you better figure it out because your time starts now.
Oh shit. Okay, so it takes you one. You can do it one-handed, on top. How do you do that? How do you brace it? How does it not unravel? How do you unravel it and tear it?
It's pure concentration.
How do you
I
can't
don't
do
let
that.
my mind wander.
You got to do it with two hands, man.
No.
There's no other way to do it that way. Not only that, here's the other thing too. Like, do you are you somebody who like follows the rules? You have to always follow the rules, Kirk. Are you one of those kind of people?
I would say I'm a Virgo, and I do color inside the lines. Kraig, I do.
So would you consider yourself perhaps a sheeple, Kirk? A sheeple to the ways of toilet paper?
No.
Of the big toilet paper?
I wouldn't say I'm a sheeple. I'd say I'm somebody who loves the fact that they perforated the fucking sheets for me to the point where it doesn't take much effort on my part to pull a piece of fucking toilet paper off of a roll.
Oh, I'm not
I don't
saying
have
it
to use a foot or another hand or my forehead when I go to
Hey,
rip
I
it.
thought we were talking about concise sentences here.
You are getting a little long-winded,
Get a
friend.
little long-winded here.
All right.
And I think you made that rule. So anyway, so you just do what big toilet paper tells you to do. You're not like somebody who, thinks outside the box on occasion and be like, "Oh, this might be more efficient." You don't believe in efficiency.
60 seconds.
You just believe in whatever they tell you to do.
No, so you're assuming there's a big toilet paper industry that's out to get us.
I think that's what I'm saying. And why are you're not supposed to be asking me questions. I'm asking you questions.
I'm just clarifying your question.
So do you so you think you don't think that like going against the grain or doing anything unpopular at times is a good idea, or do you always just kind of go with what everyone says?
Hey, man, I'm a creative, free-form kind of guy. I get it. But when it comes to wiping your ass, do you really need to fucking think outside the box, or do you just need to get it done?
Well, sometimes you need to think outside the box. And you're asking me questions.
The closest I'll get to outside the box is a wet wipe.
That's time.
I think that's bullshit. He was asking more questions during my time than
He was
than
getting
I
clarification. He was getting clarifications.
He
on
was
this.
not. That's bullshit.
Okay. So that was our second round. And so now we're going to move on to the final round of this mass debate, gentlemen, where our mass debaters state their closing arguments.
All right.
In holding with the last on time, Kirk, I believe it is you that would goes first with your closing argument. You got 60 seconds, so 1 minute. Be concise. Your time starts right now.
Here's what I'll say. Since time immemorial, wiping your ass has been the same. There hasn't been any revolutionary shit in toilet paper. There's no way to just fucking get out of your own head with this shit. It's a straightforward situation. You want the ease of use of the fucking instrument, which is the toilet paper. You're not getting that with it mysteriously waterfalling behind the fucking roll. You want that shit within your eyesight. It's right there. make it work, make it happen, then get back to your life. Enjoy fucking life. It's short. You don't need this fumbling around, which is what I was doing with my hands, not playing with balls. I was searching, inward and outward for the toilet paper.
10 seconds.
Do what's right, folks. You get it. Don't let this fucking bamboozler get you. Trump.
Time.
That is below the belt, motherfucker. That is below the belt. That should be a disqualification. I deserve at least a couple
It's
extra
his
points
closing
for that
argument. It's
shit.
his closing argument. He can make the argument he wants to make.
That is some
I'll have
crock
some-
of shit.
I'll have a
figured-
little order.
I figured that might actually not make the cut anyway. Well, why not?
Okay, Jesus.
All right, Craig, center yourself,
Okay,
man.
All right, I need to center myself. Okay.
Reset your clock here. And, sir, you may begin.
Okay, so I'm a little confused why some people seem to believe that reaching underneath the toilet paper versus on top is a huge strain. I don't understand that. I don't understand why there needs to be fumbling around for that. It's a roll of toilet paper. It's right there. I can do it with one hand. I don't need to fumble around. I just get it and reach in there. Yeah. And I just pull that shit right off, wipe my ass, goes in the toilet, we're good. That's really all it takes. And the beauty of having it underneath is you get more leverage. You can do things like pay attention to the Instagram that you're doing on your phone, the Facebook, and all that kind of stuff. You know, that's really the key to making sure
10
that
seconds.
going under is the best and why it is the best. And the other thing, too, is my masturbator friend is a pedophile. Thank you.
Time.
I like that we find that there's one thing that'll knock Trump. There's only one thing worse.
Yep.
and I found.
Oh, there you are.
Oh.
All right, and that was another installment of Mass Debaters. And what about you, listeners? What side of this week's masturbation do you fall on? Are you over or under? So check it out, make a comment, and vote in the poll.